everybody, it's Crystal Erica. Just wanted to go over my garden. I did some tidying up on it today. If you can tell, thank you. If you can't, then I'm going to tell you what I did. I had clipped some begonias, my pink begonias. They were just so overcrowded in the back porch. So I looked up on how to propagate them. You don't have to stick them in water and root them. You can just put them straight in the ground from the cuttings. So that's what I did. I made me like a little square, little rectangle marker, so the kids know where the garden's at, because they were having a hard time finding the onion, and they kept stepping on the little leaves of it, and eventually I don't want them to step on my watermelon. So I just marked it off with some begonia cuttings, some pink ones, and plus, we all know flowers help bring good bugs and get rid of bad bugs. So we put a marker of begonias in. There's 1, 2, and that starts off my garden. And that's the onion, and then there's 2 more planted. Then the cinder blocks start with the lettuce and the green zucchini. Sugar baby watermelons, 2 of them. We got garlic. Look at my garlic, y'all. It's been getting really big. Remember last time I showed my hand? It's almost as tall as my hand. And I got another garlic behind it, which is right here. It's another garlic under there. So that's a row of garlic. After that, then we got the Greek oregano. We got radishes in the middle. We got radishes on this side. So they're all down the straight line in the middle. The radishes are like that. But in the cinder block row, we got the Greek oregano, the radishes in the middle, and then the, look at this string. The, yellow straight neck heirloom squash. That's those. And they're growing male flowers. And there's a female on here on the green zucchini down in there. Not sure if you can see it, but it's right there. And then after that, we have 3 tomato plants. Those are the kids' tomatoes. 1, 2, 3. And I found out the variety I have is beefsteak. So I have beefsteak tomatoes, and I got tons of plants. There's 3 here, there's 3 in the pot on the front porch, and there's 3 right there. So that's, what, 9? And then there's another yellow straight neck next to the curled parsley. And then there's radishes in the middle. And 1 radish plant that I plucked out my container pot, I'll just put it in the ground just randomly, just to see if it'll still grow. Because I think there's something wrong with my radishes, y'all. The leaves had turned yellow and red spotty and oval, and when I looked that up, it says that they were either overcrowded or had some type of disease. So poor things, they over there in quarantine, y'all. The radishes are in quarantine. So we planted new ones. These are the ones I planted by seed like a few weeks ago. And there's another begonia and another one here. So hopefully they'll survive and do good. That way I have my markers, and they're going to get really big. So we'll just have a marker. That's all I want, because after the winter we're going to be leaving and moving and eventually getting our land. So we'll have a whole farm, a little homestead. So this little garden right here I'm not going to miss, but what I am going to do is leave it for the next person, the next tenant that's going to move into this little double wide out in the country. I'm going to leave them squash and zucchini and herbs and tomato plants. If all these grow back again next year, after the winter, these people are going to have food to eat, and I'll feel good about that. Never know who's going to move in. They could have kids, and never know what can happen. The kids be out here playing, look what I found. Like, oh my goodness, that's food. And they come out here and they got some food, so that'll make my heart feel good, whether I know it or not. And the other thing I did when I tidied up, if you can see, I added some pine straw. There's pine straw everywhere out here. I mean, everywhere. So I just raked some up, and I just followed my little trimming. I didn't put it near the begonias. Don't know if I should or not. Maybe I should, to hold some moisture in for them, because this dirt back here is a little dry. But I put some pine straw all throughout where my vegetables are. Even though they're in cinder blocks, there's still a whole moisture, and pine straw is good. So that's my little tidying up I did in the garden today. And you know, we got tomatoes over here that are blooming. They got some yellow flowers on them. And then over here, remember I told y'all we had to put Mr. Ichiban. That's what I call it. If it's Ichiban or whatever Japanese, if I'm spelling it, pronouncing it incorrectly, I'm sorry, but I call him Mr. Ichiban. And we put him in the ground. And he's doing well because his pot was too small. But look at the eggplant that's coming in. And look at the flower above it. So I'm glad I put it in the ground. It seems like the ants kind of backed off a little bit. They were on there real heavy when it was in a pot. And they just kind of backed off a little bit. But it's doing well and I'm glad. And I'll have an eggplant soon. But that's it for the cinder block garden area back here.